What's going on, everyone? HueFin News coming at you with another daily cryptocurrency market analysis. Today is August the 20th, 2015. I had a request in one of the comments to go ahead and do AdEx as well as TenX today, just to try to get an idea of what the market analysis is for those two cryptocurrencies. So before we get started, we're going to go ahead and do those first. But before I get started on any of this analysis, I just want to say that here at HueFin News, we give you guys news according to the charts to let you guys see the next predictive move for these cryptocurrencies and to show you how easy it is and how simple it is for you guys to understand where the market is forecasted to go without using a lot of strenuous indicators and moving averages and paying for expensive software to supposedly allow you to give you a head up against everybody else who's in the market as well, who are participating in trying to make money in the market. So that's our main goal here at HueFin News, to give you guys market analysis based off the price bars and the volume bars. So before we get started, we are not investment advisors. We are not giving you guys investment advice because trading involves risk, and it's a lot of people who pay attention to these videos that we do on YouTube, and we're not specific to anyone's situation because we know that there are swing traders, day traders, long-term traders, and everyone's situation is different. We're just trying to give you guys the best analysis on a daily occurrence so you guys can plan your own specific strategy on what you think will be best for your situation. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and look at the daily chart for AdEx against Bitcoin that trades on the Bittrex exchange. And if you guys can see, on August the 17th, the market had a huge up day, but it also stockpile was, or it came in on this particular day because the 18th of August, the market came lower. And as you can see, over the next 2 days, the market has been trading sideways. But also today, even though the bar is not completed, you can also tell that it's also a down day. So it looks like AdEx is giving us some sideways trading action. Now necessarily, it doesn't look like AdEx is weak. It's not giving us precursors of weakness, but rather it's taking a break. And we do expect AdEx to resume higher in the long term. But in the short term, it should continue to trade sideways till eventually higher. We don't foresee AdEx making a major move lower towards, let's say, the 0.00015 area. We don't expect that to happen. We do expect it if there's enough weakness that occurs here at this upper area to where the market is trading now. We expect it to maybe at least come down and test as a trial run 0.0002765, somewhere around this area. We would expect it to come down, and then from there we will be able to go in and make a buy order for this particular cryptocurrency. But until then, we're saying that it should slowly make its way down because it has already established itself as support in this previous area. So it just makes logical sense for it to come back and test it again before we make the move higher. So we would want to see precursors of strength around that 0.00028 area that we just stated earlier before we'll come in and start buying this particular cryptocurrency. So next we're going to go ahead and look at this TenX. Its symbol is PAY. We're going to do that against the Bitcoin as well. So looking at the daily chart, you can see how Pay has made a major move down from the high of August the 12th, and then the market has been slowly moving lower. But you have this particular bar that had came in and reinforced itself as a precursor of strength, and by this particular bar from the 19th, we are expecting Pay to move higher from this current day from the 19th of August. Even though the day is a down day, the volume is a lot lighter, which gives us the indication that a lot of the sell volume has been consumed and the market will continue to make its way higher. Tomorrow might be another side day, but we do expect pay to make a move higher within its cryptocurrency against Bitcoin. So next we're going to look at is Neo. So looking at Neo, you can see how the market tried to sustain itself by consuming a lot of the volume on the 18th of August. It was successful because yesterday's bar would close higher than the 18th bar. The volume was a lot lighter and the spread was a lot smaller. Given today, same thing. The volume is lighter, the spread is a lot smaller. So that could even give us an indication that there's no interest to the upside to higher prices, or there's no interest to the downside for lower prices. But granted, we got the last couple of bars in the background that shows us that they're trying to consume a lot of the selling that is occurring. So with Neo, we are forecasting it to trade sideways to higher as well, because the last two trading days, the 19th and the 18th, are precursors of strength trying to maintain Neo from falling. And then given today's bar, by not having so much volume on the downside, lets us know that there's not a lot of sellers in the market trying to push Neo down. So we're expecting Neo to move higher. So now let's go ahead and go to TenX and do our daily cryptocurrencies that we usually do on a daily basis. So looking at Bitcoin Cash first. So Bitcoin Cash is up 1.69%. Last trade was at $711.80. So as you guys would expect, that a lot of the stockpile from the 18th of August and the 19th of August, you should eventually have a day that the market will be down, and we have that today, because stockpile also came in on this particular day for Bitcoin Cash. But I want you guys to pay attention to this particular chart because the market did not fall that far. So it kind of looked as if 680 is going to be the new support area for Bitcoin Cash. So the market should be trading around that area for the next couple of trading days. And if the market gives a precursors of weakness within this $680 range, then we will expect the market to come back down and then possibly test $600. But if we don't see precursors of weakness and we see precursors of strength instead, then the market will trade sideways to higher. So given a lot of the stockpile that has entered the market the last 3 days, and the market participants consuming all of that stockpile, our analysis for Bitcoin Cash is for it to continue to trade sideways to higher. So next we're going to go ahead and look at is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is down 2.16%. Last trade was at $4,075. If you guys see, the market is still trading lower. It's kind of within the last 2 or 3 days, the market has been open and closed within $4,100 to $4,080, around that area. So with that being said, we expect Bitcoin, like we said in our previous analysis, for it to continue to trade sideways. But overall, in the near background, you can see how the market is giving us more precursors of weakness bars than it is precursors of strength bars. So we would expect Bitcoin to trade sideways to eventually lower until we get more precursors of strength bars to appear on this daily chart. So until then, Bitcoin will trade sideways to eventually lower. So next we're going to go ahead and look at is Ethereum. So Ethereum looked like it's going to try to make its way back up here towards the high that it made on the 12th of August, about $320. The market over the last 2 days, including today, is precursors of strength, and the market is not falling over the last couple of trading days in the background. So that all of those 3 things gives us precursors of strength, and we're expecting Ethereum to make a move higher, if not higher, or trade sideways. But the market is giving us precursors of strength all the way around for it to continue to push higher. And once Ethereum pushes higher, it's going to be a push to go up bar to not allow every market trader or every market participant to make profit. It's going to be a very widespread bar up to 320 or higher. So those who ain't in the market yet for Ethereum will miss out on that particular move. So just want to give you guys a heads up about that as well too. So they are up 1.43%. Last trade was at $297.81. So next, we're going to go ahead and check out Dash. So Dash is up 0.73%, 0.42%. Last trade was at $290.71. So even though we had stockpile come in on the 19th of August and on today's bar, the market is willing to consume all of that selling. So Dash is still giving us precursors of strength, but you can't have too many days of stockpile in the market before the market will have a down day. So with 2 days already previous where stockpile is in, we're looking for Dash to make a move lower in the near term. But overall, Dash is not showing us any precursors of strength. And it also made an all-time high today, if you guys notice. It made an all-time high today of $323.99. So with that being said, we have nothing in the background that lets us know whether or not we will hit an area of resistance for Dash. So the only thing we could go by is these 2 daily bars on trying to determine where Dash is going to go. And as the market continues to move higher, I think Dash will continue to be more induced with stockpile, and the market will eventually become exhausted and fall. So in the near term, we're expecting Dash to trade sideways to lower, especially if we get too many of these stockpile bars coming in the market. But currently, Dash is strong. So if tomorrow is not a down day and the market is higher, then Dash is going to make all-time highs again the next day. But I want you guys to be wary to understand that Dash will eventually make another move lower. So with that, all that being said, we're saying that Dash is going to continue to trade sideways to eventually lower. So next, we're going to look at is Litecoin. So Litecoin is still failing to come back into this upward channel. They are up 0.89%. Last trade was at $45.56. It's just amazing how Litecoin is being reluctant into making higher prices, or at least to come back into this channel. But hey, what can you say? We will continue to say that Litecoin should continue to trade sideways to higher because the market is giving us indications of strength. It's wanting to continue to make higher highs, and eventually it looked like Litecoin should come back into this area, this channel around $50, at least come back up here and test this $50 area that occurred on August the 9th. Even though stockpile is occurring on this particular bar, this bar is closing higher than yesterday's bar, which makes this consumption bar confirmed by this bar being closed higher than yesterday's bar. So it lets us know that more buyers are interested in Litecoin right now than there are sellers. And pay attention to the volume. So that also necessarily means that there's not a lot of stockpile occurring within Litecoin as well too. So Litecoin, we are expecting them to continue to trade sideways to higher. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and look at Monero. You guys noted yesterday Monero had that push to go up bar. Currently they are down 3.08%. Last trade was at $54.75. So today's bar gives us confirmation that yesterday's bar had more stockpile in it, more sellers That's why today's bar is closing lower than what it was yesterday. So the market is not necessarily eager to make higher prices. Monero came and tested the area of resistance close to and around that occurred on June the 12th, 2017. And ever since then, Monero was not able to make it up there, and it kind of looked like it won't make it up there again as well. So we're going to go ahead with Monero and say that it's going to trade sideways to lower, because there is not a lot of excitement or euphoria to make this price higher. Even though the market is showing us some consumption on this particular bar, this is giving us more precursors of weakness than it is strength. So we're expecting Monero to trade sideways to lower. So next we're going to look at is Ethereum Classic. So this is the one that I'm interested in personally, and I'm expecting Classic to go ahead and break out, which it did today. It broke out of this descending triangle, but I'm expecting it to shoot up around $15 or $16, because the market has been trading at this area of support for quite some time, and I know it's ready for it to pop, and I'm just waiting for that moment for it to pop before I'll go ahead and jump in and purchase some cryptocurrency of ETC. And our analysis is still the same for Classic, is for it to move higher. They were up 2.01%. Last trade was at $13.79. So the last one we're going to look at is Ripple, up 3.53%. Last trade was at 15 cents, 15.809. The market volume is a lot lighter than it's been the last 2 days. That's a good sign. Today's bar closed higher than yesterday's bar. Is a good sign. So we just maybe a couple more trading days of Ripple trading sideways before it'll make a move higher. But that's our analysis for Ripple, is for it to trade sideways to higher until this volume dries up. So until that, the market's going to trade sideways until this volume dries up, and then from there it will move higher. So with that being said, that's all I got for today. Hey guys, appreciate the new subscribers. You know, we want to show you guys how easy it is to analyze the market and to forecast where it's going to go. If you guys got any questions, make sure you're leaving in the comment section of this video. We are HueFin News. We are HueFin News, giving you guys news according to the charts. Make sure you guys continue to subscribe, like, and share these videos, because we want to give it out to the masses to show these traders and investors and other individuals that you can actually learn this language and become more proficient and confident in understanding where the market's going to go. So I appreciate it, guys. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you guys later.